Welcome back. A day after 6 top FIFA officials were arrested on charges of corruption in Zurich, former Vice President Jack Warner has surrendered in Port of Spain. Warner is accused of soliciting $10 million in bribes from the South African government for hosting the 2010 FIFA Football World Cup. Apart from Warner, 8 other officials and 5 individuals from outside FIFA have been charged with corruption. Other high-profile names include current FIFA Vice President Jeffrey Webb. Several heads of country federations have also been arrested. These include heads of Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Uruguay and Venezuela. The big question, though, is whether bids for the 2018 and 2022 World Cups will be cancelled. Will FIFA reopen these bids that have mired in controversy ever since the results were announced? Elections, though, for the body will go ahead as planned on Friday. FIFA media manager also defended Blatter, who is expected to be elected for the 5th time in a row.
There was never such an idea to postpone nor the Congress nor the election. As I said before, one thing has nothing to do with the other. So we go on with the agenda that you know, and the election will take place as it was planned. Russia and Qatar will be played. This is what is fact today. And I don't go into speculation what will happen tomorrow, after tomorrow, and so on. This is what I can tell you, not more and not less. No, the president is not involved. Of course, he is the head of FIFA, but he's not involved in any. So how can you say, okay, he has to whatsoever step down? Here's the president. Here's the president. Here's the president. And in 2 days there are elections. If the 209 members association they will re-elect him, then he is the president for the next 4 years.
Well, now this is what the man in the center of the storm, current FIFA president and candidate for fresh elections, Sepp Blatter, had said, and I quote, "This is a difficult time for football, the fans and for FIFA as an organization. I know the event of today will impact the way in which many people view us. As unfortunate as these events are, it should be clear that we welcome the actions and investigations and believe that it will help to reinforce measures that FIFA has already taken to root out any wrongdoing in football." Unquote. Blatter is set to skip the conference he was due to address this morning, FIFA sources have confirmed.
The US authorities suspect them to have received bribery for more than $100 million. It's believed that the bribery suspect received in return media marketing and sponsoring right in connection with soccer tournaments in the United States and Latin America.
Meanwhile, the US Attorney General has spoken out at the arrest made on FIFA officials, and they claim this is just the beginning to ensure the sport is corruption-free.
But I want to be very clear. This is the beginning, not of our effort, not the end. We look forward to continuing our work with our international partners and any others who are willing to work with us as we seek continuing our effort to be successful in ridding global soccer from this type of corruption.
They were expected to uphold the rules that keep soccer honest and to protect the integrity of the game. Instead, they corrupted the business of worldwide soccer to serve their interests and to enrich themselves. Going forward, we welcome the opportunity to work with our partners around the world to bring additional co-conspirators and other corrupt individuals to justice. You know, I think that FIFA has a lot of soul searching to do as it tries to essentially monitor itself and improve the way in which it does business.
We in fact are getting reactions from many footballing greats who are happy with the investigations conducted by US agencies. Argentina's Diego Maradona said he was relieved with the investigation and is glad that FBI has finally told the truth. He also said there is no transparency in the present system. Maradona also labeled Blatter as the thief on his Facebook page. Even Brazilian great slammed FIFA over these corruption charges and said, hopefully this will benefit the game in South America and Brazil. Well, sponsors, on the other hand, have also come down heavily on FIFA. On One of the World Cup top sponsors globally, Coca-Cola, has said, and I quote, "Lengthy controversy has tarnished the mission and the ideals of the FIFA World Cup," unquote. Sponsor Viva also said, and I quote again, "Rebuild a culture with strong ethical practices in order to restore the reputation of the game for fans," unquote. Meanwhile, European football leaders want FIFA elections for the presidency to be postponed. The leaders will be meeting later in the day. Listen in to their official statement.
The members of the UEFA Executive Committee are convinced that there is a strong need for a change to the leadership of this FIFA and strongly believe that the FIFA Congress should be postponed with new FIFA presidential elections to be organized within the next 6 months.
Now some Russian delegates have reacted to the scandal that has rocked FIFA. In a bizarre statement, the country's anti-corruption watchdog are calling those arrests politically motivated attempt to strip Russia of the 2018 World Cup. Kirill Kebinov, the chief of Russia's National Anti-Corruption Committee, said it was won by a decision of a wide group and all cannot be blind. But Kebinov also admitted that investigation should be carried out so that the truth can be revealed. Now, the FBI has begun their task of nailing down more officials involved in the scandal by conducting raids at the CONCACAF headquarters in Miami. The former head of CONCACAF, Jack Warner, is one of the 6 arrested for the scandal, and he was also regularly